Imagine rejecting Netflix for just $50 million and then going bankrupt while they turn into a global giant. Now picture a 158-year-old bank collapsing so hard it helps trigger a global financial crisis. And finally, a startup once valued at $47 billion, crashing before it can even go public. Today, we're breaking down 3 legendary business failures that should have never happened, but did. Watch until the end, because the last lesson might literally save your own business or startup idea. If you're new here, welcome. On this CapitalTales channel, we break down real stories from the business world so you can learn from other people's mistakes instead of paying for them yourself. In this video, you'll see how a market leader died by ignoring change, how a Wall Street giant drowned in risk, and how hype and bad leadership almost killed a unicorn office startup. And at the end, I'll share 3 simple rules you can apply to any business to avoid the same fate. Let's start with Blockbuster. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Blockbuster was the king of movie rentals, with thousands of stores and millions of customers walking in every weekend. Their business model was simple: rent physical DVDs and charge late fees. Lots of late fees. In 2000, a tiny company called Netflix approached Blockbuster with a wild idea. They said, "Buy us for $50 million, we'll handle your online side, and you keep the stores." Blockbuster literally laughed at them. The executives did not take the internet threat seriously, and they did not believe customers would want to stream movies from home. But here's what happened next. Netflix doubled down on mail-order rentals, then pivoted aggressively into streaming, using data to understand what people really wanted to watch. Blockbuster tried to copy them too late, while still depending heavily on store traffic and late fee income. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, debt, poor leadership, and a slow response to digital technology crushed Blockbuster. By 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy, and the once iconic brand was basically gone. The lesson: if you're on top and you ignore new technology, you're already falling. Next, let's talk about Lehman Brothers. This was not some small bank. Lehman Brothers was a 158-year-old investment bank and a major player on Wall Street. In the early 2000s, Lehman chased huge profits in the housing market. They loaded up on complex mortgage-backed securities tied to risky subprime home loans. As long as real estate prices kept rising, it looked like free money. But there was a problem. Lehman was highly leveraged, meaning it borrowed a lot compared to the equity it actually had, and held enormous exposure to bad mortgages. When the U.S. housing bubble began to burst, those assets started losing value fast. By September 2008, confidence in Lehman evaporated. Investors and lenders no longer trusted the bank's balance sheet. On September 15th, Lehman Brothers filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in what became the largest corporate failure in U.S. history at that time. The shock waves were global. Lehman's collapse froze credit markets, worsened the 2008 financial crisis, and helped push many economies into deep recession. The lesson here is brutal. If you chase growth with extreme debt and don't understand your real risk, one downturn can wipe you out completely. Finally, we have WeWork, the cool co-working brand that tried to reinvent office space like it was a tech product. WeWork would lease large office buildings, renovate them into shared workspaces, and then rent desks to startups, freelancers, and even big companies. On paper, it looked like a tech revolution. In reality, it was still a real estate business with massive long-term lease commitments. But investors loved the story. With huge backing from SoftBank, WeWork's private valuation exploded to around $47 billion. When WeWork finally filed to go public in 2019, the truth came out. The IPO documents revealed huge losses, complicated related party deals with its founder, Adam Neumann, and a governance structure that gave him extreme control. Investors were shocked. The valuation collapsed, the IPO was canceled, and Neumann was pushed out. After that, WeWork struggled to cut costs, renegotiate leases, and survive the pandemic impact on office demand. The company burned through cash and ultimately filed for bankruptcy in 2023, only a few years after being one of the world's most hyped startups. The lesson? Branding and hype can't save a broken business model, especially when leadership and governance are this weak.
So what can we learn from these 3 shocking failures? Number 1, adapt fast even if you're winning. Blockbuster died because it ignored clear signals that customers wanted on-demand digital content. Number 2, respect risk. Lehman Brothers treated dangerous mortgage products like normal assets, used heavy leverage, and paid the ultimate price. Number 3, reality beats hype. WeWork called itself a tech company, but it couldn't escape the basic math of real estate and bad governance. Whether you're running a small online store, a YouTube channel, or dreaming about your own startup, these same rules apply. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button so more people can see it. Comment below and tell me, which failure shocked you the most and why? And if you want more real-world business stories that you can learn from, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because in the next video we're breaking down the biggest marketing mistakes that cost companies millions of dollars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.